Ready?
I am if you are.
Hi, Virgin. You mind?
Oh, yeah, she's having computer problems.
What's going on? Is Deeds down or something? Well, I heard the elevators went out, internet was out, everything was out.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's rock and roll. Let's roll, nerds.
First one going to be Mr. Delgado on page 6, Your Honor. Delgado. Come on up.
Hello.
Speak English, correct, sir?
Aquí hablas.
Keep your hands out of your pocket.
You are Noe Delgado.
Yes, correct.
Mr. Delgado, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Officers were dispatched to a major crash in Harris County, Texas, where the defendant had rear-ended another vehicle. Upon contact, officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and poor balance. The defendant admitted to taking 4 shots at a nearby bar. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. The defendant was unable to complete HGN due to not following directions. DICs were read and blood was consented to. During search of the defendant's person at JPC, officers located 0.5 grams of cocaine in the defendant's pants pocket. So he's also been charged with PCS and felony. He has no criminal history and an eligible license, Judge.
So no prior DWIs, huh?
No, Judge.
Mr. Delgado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm telling you now, the dope stops now. I will give you the opportunity to try to stop it on yourself. If you're unable to do it, we're going to do it my way. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. So if you have any demons, you better battle those demons, because I'm telling you now, I will test you like crazy. And if I find that you continue to use, you will stay with me. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
You sure? I'd like to send him for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, he's going to test positive for. I'm going to send you for a drug test. You must come right back. And when you come back, we'll have you wait for your lawyer. If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, then I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand? I want to make sure that you're not using. Like I said, no alcohol, no drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. You have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but you must stay in contact with Mr. Atian. He will tell you when you have to come back to court. Right now, I just want to make sure you're not using. Do you understand? All right. For now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Ramona. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then we'll have you come back in about 20 minutes. All right? Well.
Do you want me to file those, Judge?
No. So anytime someone is monitored by pretrial, we'll have to work with police.
Whenever you're ready, Your Honor. Ms.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Egan, on page 7 is our next one.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Egan. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 28, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on defendant's motor vehicle after observing it pass him at a high rate of speed, make multiple lane changes, and swerve in and around cars in a reckless manner. Officer accelerated to catch up to defendant and reached speeds of over 100 miles per hour to keep up with him. The defendant traveled about 7 miles in about 4 minutes. Upon contact with the defendant, officer observed glassy eyes, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, an open beer can in the center console, a six-pack of beer in the passenger seat, and spilt beer that was still cool to the touch in the front passenger seat.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. The defendant admitted to drinking. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and consented to. The defendant blew a .147 and a .139. He does have an eligible driver's license, Judge.
Can you look to CPS and you prior DWIs, please?
He had a DWI out of Travis County, but he was released without prosecution, Judge. So it's just a charge.
2 things. I am ordering you not to drive at all. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, Mr. Egan. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. I don't care if Mother Teresa needs to ride to church. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? I'm also now ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. At the next time, if I find that you violate conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand me? We are sending a court order to DPS in Austin so that every single officer in this state will know that if you are pulled over, any car that you're to drive must have an ignition interlock on it. I'm ordering you not to drive at all. But if at some point you do, by some miracle, get the ability to drive, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. So if you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock on it, you will go to jail. Do you understand? And then if I find that you drive, we can have a contempt hearing. So just don't drive and don't use alcohol. Do you understand? Or illegal drugs. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Ramona Senate.
No, sir. You're still talking. Sorry.
I will get you to Ramona sign a reset. You will then get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, we'll let you go. Don't pick up any new cases. Behave yourself, because I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Egan, I will do everything in my power to protect my streets. And if that means locking you up and putting your bond in a sky-high amount, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? All right.
Our next one is going to be Ms. Sanchez on 21. Deacon? Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Sanchez. Ma'am, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
We're in a dating relationship for 5 years. On November 27th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residential home in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family assault in progress. The officer contacted the complainant on the phone and could hear him screaming in pain, telling the defendant to get off of him and to stop pulling his hair. Officer asked the complainant if the defendant was still assaulting him, and the complainant responded yes. Defendant fled the scene on foot when officers arrived. The complainant gave the direction of travel to the officer. The complainant stated he and the defendant had been putting up Christmas lights after drinking, and an argument ensued. The complainant said the defendant began attacking him by pulling his hair, causing pain. The complainant fell to the ground and the defendant proceeded with kicking him. The complainant said that when the defendant drinks, she gets aggressive and wants to fight. Officers returned the defendant to scene and she would not cooperate, was yelling obscenities at the complainant and was acting belligerently.
Okay. Ms. Sanchez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 on the bond for you, guess what happens? You'll be stuck like Chuck until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 tape. Behave while you're out there in the free world, or I will take the free world away from you.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I'm a recruiter, skilled trades, and then operations coordinator.
You have an income.
Not at this moment. I recently got laid off in October.
Okay. I have an application already on file. Do you want a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
At this time, yes, sir.
Okay.
If you could, please.
We need to talk about the complaining witness.
So Conrad has spoken to the complainant and he would like no contact as well as a residency restriction, Judge.
You heard that, Ms. Sanchez. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. The protective order was issued on November 28th. I would suggest you get to know it. If you violate the protective order, they can and will file a violation of a protective order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. It's one of the worst cases you could pick up over here.
Oh, yes,
Do you
sir.
understand? So
Yes, sir.
don't have any contact with them,
That's not a problem, sir.
be in possession of weapons, and don't go back to the house listed on the protective order, which is at the Woodlands West.
That is not a problem, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find your lawyer. Please. Do you mind filing no contact and no weapons, please?
Yes, Judge. And did you also say no alcohol or?
Oh, you know, don't worry about it, because since she's monitored,
Yes.
don't even worry about it. Right.
All right, Sir Tucci on page 22, SER. Did I pronounce it?
Find it?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me see. Connor. Morning, sir.
Judge, does Ms. Sanchez have any documents to sign?
With me.
Yeah, she will with Felicia. She's getting monitored.
Okay.
Um, All right, so you are Justin Sertucci.
Sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 27th of 2024, officers were dispatched to a person down call at the intersection of Bagby and Elgin Street. Officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped in a moving lane of traffic. HFD advised that when they arrived earlier, the defendant was in the driver's seat behind the wheel with his foot on the brake and the vehicle in drive. HFD EMT further advised that when the driver woke up, he admitted to having been drinking. Officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage and glassy eyes on the defendant. SFSTs were conducted, 6 out of 6 HGN, 8 out of 8 walk and turn, 4 out of 4 one-leg stand. On the way to JPC, the defendant threw up in the patrol vehicle. DICs were read but refused, and a search warrant for blood was signed and executed. He does have an eligible driver's license, Judge. He doesn't have any prior DWIs, but he has juvenile history.
Okay. Mr. Sertucci, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? You have car insurance?
Sir.
All right, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go to jail. No more PR bonds. You understand?
Sir.
I see that you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, we will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Saman. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. For now, I'll have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you get with your bond conditions with Felicia, and then we'll have you take a seat in the back, wait for Mr.
Sir.
Omar. All right, please.
One last one, Your Honor. I skipped her by accident, page 3,
It's okay.
Blackburn.
Is it Chaston?
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 Yes,
Miss
sir.
Blackburn, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay.
Officers were conducting an unrelated fatal accident investigation when they observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed toward the blocked portion of the roadway. Officers saw the defendant disregard a barricade and were able to successfully get the defendant to stop by shouting verbal commands and utilizing their flashlights. Upon contact, officers observed a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, glassy, watery, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to having 3 drinks at a nearby bar and was temporarily detained. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 4 out of 8 walk and turn, and 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and breath was consented to. The defendant blew a .086 and a .084. During search of the vehicle, officers located a handgun within the center console. She doesn't have any priors, judge, and she does have an eligible driver's license.
All right, Ms. Blackburn, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or drugs, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer, ma'am? Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I've been staying at her mom since I was 21. I just started a part-time job at HEB 2 days a week.
Okay, so you're married?
Married.
What does your husband do for a living?
We're in real estate.
Okay, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No. I'll have to speak to him and he can try.
So what we'll do is I can give you time.
Okay.
You know, what we normally do is we reset cases for 30 days to give you time to go hire a lawyer. But this is a DWI and there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. So don't just sit and wait a month or 2 months because you're only hurting yourself. You need to get on it. You need to get on it quick.
Sure.
Okay, if you have any issues, you can come back and tell us and then we can go from there. Okay? For now, I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. We'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Thanks. Omar, there's your gentleman. Sertucci,
Yes.
have you heard probable cause?
I did not.
You want to hear it again?
No. We can wait probable cause. Not worry about. I've read it.
Okay, all I did was just no drugs, no alcohol, and random UAs, and then just waived appearance, just normal for a DWI,
Thank you, Judge.
for sure.
I'll call you up momentarily. And I did already text for Luis. I don't know if it's-
We really need to do bond conditions on him.
Right, that's why I figured. I don't know.
Who was it? Do you remember the lawyer? was?
Aircon Gardens.
Okay.
His other associate
sure?
was just in there. I want to say it was Aircon Gardens.
Two Jacques from yesterday. Remember we took him into custody?
Yes.
It is? Okay,
Aircon.
all right.
Yeah. I just went ahead and told him to take some time. I figured. he did.
Or whenever that does come in, there's two offers right now. Looks like 30 days. Yes.
Good morning. Yes, of course.
Good morning, y'all.
Hi, how are you?
Edward Suji again.
Yes.
I have Juan Ruiz.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, quickly. We filed a DPTI yesterday on his case, so for DWI and from the court about it.
So you filed the mitigation packet yesterday?
Yes,
Okay. Has he done the TRAS yet?
not yet.
So is he here now?
Yes.
So we can send him to go get the TRAS done now, and then we'll give you like 2.5 weeks for you to finish up and get the interlock and the DA fee. Okay?
By the way, he doesn't own a car, he doesn't drive, he's just there.
So he'll have to, did you let them know about that?
Not yet, so.
So you'll have to let the PTI people know, because you'll have to sign a no driving affidavit. You'll also have to get a portable device as opposed to the interlock. So make sure that you let them know, okay? But we'll send them for a TRAS now. Yeah, okay. So Ramona, top of page 19, like 2 to 2.5 weeks to finish up the PTI stuff, please. And then we're gonna send them for a TRAS today. Okay.
So it will be what, next year, January, sometime in January, is that what I'm hearing?
No, it's probably like 3 weeks,
2 weeks?
give or take. Yeah, I mean, the case, it's 200 days old,
I
you
understand.
know?
But the week of Christmas seemed like 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, if you want to do the first week of January, okay, you know, but it's 200 days, you know?
January will have to be the second week. Unfortunately, I'll be out of the country from the 21st to the 12th.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Please,
You're gone from the 21st to the 12th?
the 12th of January, correct? Yes, sir.
So I was looking at January 6th.
He says he's going to be gone. So
Please.
we'll do the 13th, but if he doesn't have everything done, I'm sending you for trial. Because by then it's going to be 250 days. It's,
I do understand. I'm sure it's gonna get done.
well, but if he doesn't, that's it. Let him know. I'm sending it for trial, okay? Because it's beyond old, okay? All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Hello, Judge, how are you?
Hey, hi Jesse, how are you?
Happy holidays.
You too. Yeah. What's the bond violation? Yeah, he needs to be here. I'm gonna go ahead and call. I got it. I see it. I don't need it. Yes, this is Judge Fleischer, Court 5. Is Dustin around? Yes, can you please tell him that his client, Caleb Jones, has bond violations and we need to have a hearing on it? And I've got the defendant in court today. So if he can either Zoom on or stop by, I don't know where he is. But if you can have him reach out to me, please. This is my David Fleischer. Correct. Did it pop up on you? Did the number pop up on your ID? Correct. Or reach out to me and we can talk. Correct. Thank you so much. Bye. Max.
I've got two cases today. One's gonna be a plea. We've got the paperwork. We'll get
Okay.
the other one, Miss Bennett. There's a show.
Okay. Oof.
It's unusual and normal in one sense and kind of weird in another. They have a time served offer. We want to accept it. Problem is, prior to our case, years ago, she did something, she used to live in Atlanta, and then after our case was filed, she was charged with a federal fraud case in
Okay.
Atlanta. And so she's dealing with that. She has a plea, an agreement to plead guilty. It's gonna be sometime in January. Then sent
The
to
felony case.
on the federal case.
I'm sorry,
On the federal case. I've been speaking with her lawyers out there. Then there will be a sentencing sometime, a couple months, 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, they,
maybe.
no. Sentencing on a federal case is like 8-9 months down the road.
It's already like on the books. That's why I wanted to find that out before I talk to you about it. So she will be pleading in January and then the sentencing should be in March. The issue is that she has no priors except for this, but there's no conviction. And so her guidelines right now are where she would have to do roughly.
It's 230 days now, man. You want me to hold it for another year?
Not necessarily, but Judge, apparently the guidelines increase like 5 years. So effectively she'll be sentenced to
And
5
I'm
years.
supposed to feel remorse or sad
Not necessarily.
that she picks up a federal case?
Well, and that was prior to this anyway. But it's one of those things where she will do 5 years in federal prison because of the DWI, right? I mean, that it is like 1 for 1 what it's equating to. And I will work with them to try to get it done as quick as I can.
It's not gonna, I'm telling Max,
I understand that.
show me somewhere where it says the sentencing is set for March.
Okay.
Because
I'll
if
get
you
it
tell me, because from how I understand federal circuits is you plea on one day, sentencing is way in the future. It's like 6, 8, 9 months down the
I'm
road.
with you on that.
And they usually go into custody at that time anyways.
So they won't. So they will. She'll get a turn-in date. Is what her attorneys have expressed to me.
Show me where it is on paper, but I'm telling you
I
now,
asked them for that. I just didn't get it yet. So
if it was like
I get it. It's not trying to.
160 days, but we're already at 230
I get
days,
that.
you know?
We've been dealing with it. The part of the issue is I think that there is potential where they're going to have to keep her in Atlanta anyway. You know what I mean? I'm not 100% certain on like travel and all this and doing this physically anyway here is part of the math I'm trying to figure out as well. I'm trying to get it all done for everybody kind of thing. I don't want to keep this open for them. I don't want to keep it open for me, to be honest, either. And so I'm trying to like navigate getting it all done. And so I don't know. if
I
it's
mean,
one of
that
those
would
things-
mean another like
I get that.
6 months and it's already 230.
I understand. And there's no goal in like sandbagging our court. It's one of those where, I mean, her going to prison for like 60 more months because of a potentially time served DWI. I'm with you. And I expressed then
She
also.
has an open she had an ag assault and what happened on the aggravated assault she had in 2009?
Yeah, just got
In
dismissed.
Seaver.
No bill drawn.
What other criminal history does she have?
She had an assault bodily injury in 2009. That was deferred, but it was terminated in 2009. And then a UCW 2024 that was dismissed.
What about outside of Harris County?
Just a federal case.
I'm with you.
Show me where it's set. Mr. Jones, come up, take a seat for me in the jury box.
I'm with you. I asked them to get me something. I spoke to a lawyer yesterday in Atlanta, and so I haven't received anything yet.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm trying to get like, I knew you would want that. And
Yeah,
so
and I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be very hard pressed to hope it,
I get it.
keep it open until that long, you know, and someone picks up a federal case, I'm,
Well, it happened before. I'm with you. It's super unusual. I know.
so let's. I'll
And
set
a lot
up-
of time they be in federal custody right now instead of being on, and that's the whole thing is she is out on federal supervised release or pretrial right now.
Sure.
Where I can even negotiate this because typically she would just be waiting for her date in custody.
And then show me, the other thing is that show me that a DWI convictions is actually gonna tack on
Absolutely.
60 months, because I can't,
It's just like she gets like a 3-point reduction because of her lack of history, but then having the.
she doesn't, but she's got a prior assault, she's got a prior, you know?
I'm telling you with her, I don't run her federal guidelines.
So let's do this. I'm gonna set it for a week,
Okay,
get everything you can for a week.
okay.
She has no more waived appearances. I mean, she's got,
Well,
is she here?
So she's on Zoom.
I don't know. She's not allowed to.
Try to leave Atlanta. That's the thing. I mean, do you want to revoke her bond here? That'd be the only, like, I can do the math on.
What do you mean she's not supposed to leave Atlanta? She's got an open case here. We need to take care of it. Her presence is required here today.
I spoke with her about it, and she said to have her on Zoom. And so I have her on Zoom right now. I know.
All right.
She's not trying to not.
I'm setting it for a week. She has to be here in a week
Okay.
and bring everything you
Bring up-
can, and then we'll go from there. But I'm
I
telling you, Max,
know.
Yeah,
I-
okay.
I knew it was one of these. That's why I was trying to get as much info as I could.
bottom of page 2, SFBF 1 week.
And then
She's got to be here. I mean, it's 2/22. Like, it's just no more waived appearances. She got to be here and we got to resolve this thing.
and then-
So-
I'll give you the key in a second.
Sure, take your time. No rush. Max. Hi, Joaquin. How are you, man?
Put your pocket matter,
Okay, what's your cousin?
case number 2527-903.
Okay,
Now, Ms. Rodriguez is on, she has curfew, Your Honor, as part of her conditions of bond. She just found out that she's gonna be a grandma, and they're gonna have a gender reveal party in Elgin, Texas, which is like 2.5 hours away. I'm asking the court if you can, I guess, waive her curfew on the December 13th, 14th, and 15th. The gender reveal party is on Saturday, the 14th. And she's asking if she can travel Friday and come back Sunday.
yeah, I don't have a problem traveling, you know, but I just don't want her out in the middle of the night party, you know?
She has a scram, Your Honor, so she'll be monitored.
Felicia,
Yes, Judge.
can I give you a cause number?
For Ms. Rodriguez?
Yeah,
I pulled it up.
how's she been doing on the device? I'm certainly okay with her traveling,
Yes, sir.
you know? She's driving, I would assume, right?
I didn't get that detail. I would think so, Judge. Or,
I mean,
Wait a minute.
willing, if you need time, I'm willing to give you time, but Joaquin, I don't want her out. Why let her be out at 3 a.m, 2 a.m, you know? I'm okay with her traveling. I don't know
well,
about just,
Your Honor, the curfew is fine. It's just if we can change the residence.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
If she wants to go to Elgin or Elgin for the party? Sure.
Yeah, and then she'll keep the same hours as far as, but it'll be at that
Yeah.
residence.
Of course, yes. I just don't want her out in the middle of the night. If she wants to go there, there's no restriction on where she can go.
Okay.
Just, you're right. I guess she's got to be at the house, right?
Right.
So we can change that to that for those
Okay.
days. And then we'll come back when she gets
Yes, sir.
back to normal. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, of course.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
And she'll come in to sign, once.
I'll waive it so she doesn't have to waive her time coming in. Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, of course. Hey, Mr. Gold. Yeah, come on up.
Elio Palomino, there's a first name for that.
It's the case number I gave you yesterday for the bond condition.
Oh, okay. Tujaques, come up. Can you see whether he's given a PR bond? I know, he just bonded out, that's why. But we need to do conditions, that's why. But I want to know whether he bonded out or they give him a PR bond, because I don't see it. It's not,
It was a surety bond.
it was, okay.
Is this a situation?
It was surety bond on both of them.
Okay. Mr. Tujaques, I hope that you understand that we mean business. I will protect every person of Harris County. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. I don't care if you're a small farm animal. I will protect every single person. You don't put your hands on anyone. And if you pick up a third case, I'm going to do la cucaracha on all of your bonds. Do you understand? I'm going to go absolutely bonkers on your bonds if you pick up a third case. You are not to have any contact with any of the complaining witnesses in these cases. You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. Anything else, State?
You said no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. We would also say no contact with the complainant,
Yeah.
Judge.
I
And
think that
maybe
goes
a
without
residency
saying.
restriction.
So we did a,
He lives there.
we removed the residential restriction yesterday, the residential restriction, because council said that he lived at that address, but I need to make sure now that he's out, that she's not living there. Do you have, oh, she's in custody, that's right. That's right, she's in jail. Okay, so no, I'm gonna leave it as, so the complaining witness is in custody here with us because she has an open PCS out of Travis County. And I don't, do you still have the cost number on that one? Is there a bond that's,
Number yet, it's bond denied until
it's bond denied? Okay, so it's bond denied, so she can't get out until that 10th day hits, at which point we will set a bond and then go from there. So you know now what's expected of you. Don't mess up. Do you understand? You must also remain in contact with your lawyers. If your lawyers tell me that they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm not asking for much. I just I want my county protected. That's it. And I'm going to do it at all costs. Do you understand? Okay. All right.
Thank you, Ruby, Tuesday.
Got it. So he's going to be monitored through pretrial, just for no alcohol, no dope. Yeah.
Okay, wait, is next appearance or you want?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but he's got to sign for bond condition before he leaves. Say it again.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking that. I mean, you. Mr. Palomino? No, I have. No.
Stop.
Sí, pero el juez luego tuvo, porque una orden, el juez, y pues removió la fecha y llama con su abogado y todo. Tome asiento y no se va a presentar con mucho. Okay, did y'all sign everything? We can call him up, so I can give you something.
Mr. Gomez.
And then our application. And they didn't have a record of it, so they should be just the sheriff's office.
Can you raise your right hand? Position, all the information is true.
Max, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
You need someone from the state?
Stay, please. You are Carlos Gomez.
Yes, sir.
Shh. Mr. Gomez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 12 months. Is this a second being reduced to a first? Is it a true first?
No, Judge, so he had a prior DWI that was dismissed via our PTI program.
Okay, so repeat offender then. Okay, the reason I'm asking you is because, or the reason I'm asking is because we have different types of education programs. You already did one education program and that didn't take. So now we have to do the repeat offender DWI education class in hopes that that one works because you pick up another one. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. What do you think an officer is going to do if they come up to your car, they see DWI dismissed, DWI conviction, and then they smell alcohol? What do you think they're going to do? Sorry?
They take me.
I would venture a guess, no questions asked. Don't matter if it's just even the faintest smell of alcohol, faintest smell of weed, anything funky in your car, they smell it, they're going to take you down because all they look at, your priors and what you smell like. That 2 and 2 together, that's all they look at. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I would never, even if you had just a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because it's a huge and it's a humongous financial gamble. Do you understand?
Sure.
As part of this agreement, you will do, like I said, the repeat offender DWI education class, 1 victim impact panel. You will also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions like intensive outpatient treatment, supportive outpatient treatment program, you must fulfill those additional things. Substance abuse treatment, no drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis, no breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath sample, you must take it. Guardian interlock, 23 hours of community service, and a $100 one-time donation to the Houston Food Bank. This is how you understand the agreement.
Sure.
If you fail to live up to your side of the bargain, you test positive for alcohol, don't do your classes on time. If you pick up a new case, if you drive on a suspended license, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to roll you back out here in orange. We're going to discuss whether you violated your probation. If you did, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Still want to do this? Okay, how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Okay.
I'll find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Max, about the fines and fees and surcharges, what do you do for a living, sir?
Driving.
What kind of money do you make?
Uh,
You have a CDL?
yes, I got you. Yeah.
You realize that the CDL is now going to be suspended. You realize that a second DWI conviction, you'll lose that CDL for life. Do you realize that? Yeah, a second DWI conviction, you'll lose the CDL for a life. When you are a CDL driver, you are held to a higher standard. The entire world is at a 0.08 legally, right? For what they consider intoxication. When you have a CDL, it's even lower. It's at a 0.04 or 0.05. You are held to a higher standard because you were supposed to be better, do better because of that CDL. you will be required to pay the supervisory fees. And I want you to understand that if you don't pay it, you will go to jail. Every $100 that you owe is 1 day in jail that you will do. So we have to get through to you somehow. I hope that this is it. But you got to understand that on our streets, every single day, someone dies from a DWI. And it's truly a pathetic and sad thing. That's what we are trying to prevent. And I hope that this is the last time. Do you understand? Because if not, we have a jail just waiting for you. All right. Good luck, sir. All right. So 3,000 and then whatever the court costs are, and then 2 years. I am not suspending his license, but you need to counsel him that because of this, but you need to let him know that they're probably gonna end up suspending the CDL. What happened with the ALR hearing? Okay, so just let him know that. No, but right, but let him know about the CDL so he just doesn't start driving, because if he does and it's suspended, he's gonna end up back in custody. Okay, thanks, Max.
Blackburn? And then David's letter with our details.
Whatever is the trend, that was.
Yeah, business
Aaron, hey, how are you?
I have Mr. Ortega on the back, Judge.
Okay.
He has a couple felonies, Judge, and I'm just asking for like maybe like 2 weeks on this. I just came in like last week. Trinidad was conflicted out, so I honestly haven't looked at it yet.
He's set tomorrow. Do they have what are they? Oh my God, he just picked up this ag assault. The ag assault's so new. We're not gonna do anything for a long time. More time?
I mean, yeah, if I can get into early next year, I mean, that's fine. I mean, he has a nice hold too.
I don't like to do things more than 30 days so that people don't get forgotten about. So up to 30 days, whatever you want. And I mean, this thing's so new that
Unfortunately, that's a him issue more than anyone else's.
Yeah. I'm with you, bud. Whatever you need.
We're just filing, I'm filing my first continuance on the trial. So we got coming up. We filed Monday. What's that? Yeah, sure, just do it. Stay now.
Please stay.
As far as new date, I'm pretty much open.
What's your position?
For the continuance, I'm unopposed, Judge.
Understand though, that I'll grant it for you, but that's it.
Oh.
So for the next time, it's like, it
Oh,
doesn't
that's
matter,
fine.
right? So
Yeah, I'm not one of those
we're
guys.
going to end up going.
That is not me.
Okay. When do you want? We have January 7th, we've got January 28th.
I bet the odds in Vegas are that I would choose the 28th. I'm gonna choose the 28th
There it is.
because it's wide open.
Ready? Just stay, be ready on that day. Huh? Yeah.
One
okay.
time I picked the earlier date and the judge was kind of like, oh, I didn't think you picked that day.
No one ever picks the earlier date.
Right. That's why I said the odds in Vegas. All right, that's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
And as far as like any pre-trial matters, I don't really see anything other than the standard.
Trial case for January 28th. Okay. Hi, Troy.
Judge, I'm here on William Thompson.
Where's Mr. Thompson? Come up, Mr. Thompson. I don't have the paper here.
This is the one we were emailing. He was on for today. And then
She put on for tomorrow, and then I guess I sent an email to keep it on for today, and I guess I never got it.
You have the case number?
No, do you mind?
252-8814.
That trial case we had, Judge, where we came to that global resolution with Fort Bend's DWI court.
And now you have bond violations. You have an open DWI here. You have an open DWI in Fort Bend. And now you have bond violations.
Judge, I think we can explain. Yeah. Judge, he works for Mattel, the toy company, and his shift was starting at 9 o'clock and the company changed it. It sounds like quickly changed it to 6:30 a.m. Takes him about 45 minutes to get there. I have his logs where he's logged in showing 6:30. His granddad is driving him to work. It takes about 45 minutes. My understanding is he communicated with pretrial about the need to get to work or that he went to work. And hopefully it would, if we had the GPS data, it would show that he went from his home to his place of work straight.
Any other violations?
No, Judge.
So what are the timing violations?
It was an unapproved leave, so he left early at 5:41 in the morning, and his curfew is at 6, or he's allowed to leave at 6.
Okay, that's it?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm not gonna ding you on that. Just,
We would like to ask you to consider making it from 6 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Would that allow you to get to work by 6:30?
yes, I'm okay with that, Troy. I mean, if it's just a matter of trying to get to work and that's the nature of the violation, I get it. But come to us first. If they change your duties at work, if they change your time at work, you got to come and let us know so that we can change it for you. Don't just start doing things on your own because then things go haywire. You have to answer up. So I'm okay with you going to work. I'm okay if you need more time, but ask, okay? And you want 5:30 in the morning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you got it.
And so we thought the setting in Fort Bend was yesterday. We thought it was going to be on 12/4. It's on 12/20. He's supposed to be entering into a DWI program. It looks like there's some steps I'm trying to keep up with.
And it's to set it the day after that day or the couple days after?
Beginning of the year? I mean, do you have I don't mind coming back if you have dockets.
Yeah, we don't go anywhere. We're here, you know, so I would like to hopefully end this before the end of the year. That way he's in the program throughout the holidays. That way there's no temptation, you know, throughout that time. So what day in Fort Bend do you have court?
December 20th.
December 20th. Okay, so why don't we set it? That's that Friday. So if you want to set it the next week, any day. Not Monday though, because I'm going to be gone that Monday, but any other day other than that Monday, I'm okay with. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And any chance he can drive, Judge? He has the interlock device, right?
Yes, I have one.
I'm not. No. Don't push your luck. You have 2 open DWIs. I'm not letting you drive. No, you scare me, dude. No. And it's nearing the holidays. Get in the program, and then we're done here. Right? You're off mine. I think this case gets dismissed, right?
Yes, sir.
Once this case gets dismissed, you're under no more of my jurisdiction. You can do whatever you want, right? So it's an incentive to get you to work this thing, to get this thing done once and for all. I mean, you're literally in the home stretch, right? You got what? About 2 weeks, you're in.
All right.
Do what you need to do, get in. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, good luck. Hi, Ben. Yep.
I'm here on behalf of Mr. Naylor this morning with Mr. Jones, Your Honor.
Come up, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Naylor is in Cancun until Monday of next week, Judge, so he's not available this morning.
I
So I'm kind
understand.
of filling in. I have had a chance to look at this violation report regarding missed blows. I'm assuming that's our issue here today. Spoken with Mr. Jones about that. Pressed upon him the need for perfection here.
This is no tolerance. Absolutely no tolerance, because we've had one issue after the other. Testing positive for here, doing that over there. We've literally let you go over and over and over. And there's absolutely no excuse for the missed blows. How many missed blows do we have?
Says 19, Your Honor. That's 7, within that 7 are included. But Judge, I would ask if possible, as I'm not the lead on this case, and I know Justin has had history with the court and Mr. Jones here on this case, if you would consider holding on the consideration of this matter until he returns on Tuesday of next week. So that he can
I'm
do-
sorry, Ben, I can't. I have to know, you have to know that we mean business. I'm not here to toy with you and play games with you. Know what the expectation is in this court. You've been with me for as long as we've had. You're over there.
Because I have a cold, y'all, cold weather. I apologize. So can I please speak on the breathalyzer?
No.
Just
You
told me
know
that
what
last
the expectation is. You have 19 missed tests. That's it. I'm sorry, Ben, I can't. You're here in his stead. You're a capable and outstanding lawyer. I have the utmost respect for you, but 19 missed tests are 19 missed tests. And I've been telling him since the absolute beginning, there's just no tolerance.
Oh, please,
No.
And
He goes with you.
But to his credit, Your Honor, we have no positive UAs. He's been here on weekly UAs, so there's no indication that he's using this to obfuscate, for alcohol.
I go to sleep early, man.
Test. And he is blowing outside the window, so we don't know what he's doing.
My God, sir, I go to sleep at 8 o'clock every night, sir. It's just the 10 o'clock ones, and I get my 5 o'clock ones first thing in the morning, Your Honor.
And you come here and you ask.
Oh, they just told me about this last week in pre-trial over there, and they said
Look
that I
at
had
you.
the 45-day miss.
You have 19 missed blows, dude. Covering the camera.
Please, Honor, I will do
Something.
anything. I'll even go on that drug, ankle monitor. I'll do anything, Your Honor. I'm really trying here. I swear to God, I will do anything you want me to do if you just please let me stay free. I swear to God, Your Honor, I'm really trying here. Please, Your Honor, it's just, I don't even drink.
From the 15th of November, you have been skipping tests. You have been to this court.
I go to sleep at 10 o'clock and I still did the ones later on when I do wake up. And they told me this just last week, Your Honor. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love.
You know.
Please give me a chance, Your Honor.
Testing schedule is, and I've given you one
I started
pass
on-
after the other. He goes with you. No.
Oh my God.
Your Honor, may we discuss setting a new bond for?
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Your Honor. try, please. I'm trying here. I'm trying to do everything.
Goes with you.
Oh my gosh.
Bond is at 5,001 now because of the prior violations. I'll now set it at 10,002. I'm sorry, Ben, but he's tested positive literally over and over and over. He continues to test positive for marijuana. When I've told him to stop, he's tested positive for opiates. He's tested positive for this. Now he's skipping blows. He has obscured the camera as well?
It's not necessarily that he's obscured the camera, but it's too dark to view it. It doesn't mean that there's.
It's the same thing. If we can't see you in the camera, then you're fooling. And I'm done with the fooling. That's it. I know that Dustin's gonna be pissed, but I mean, I've got it in black and white. And Dustin knows that it's no tolerance.
Consider 7502, Judge, for
Okay, Ben. Okay, great. But he has to know that we mean business, man. If I let him go now, I'm enabling, and I'm not gonna do that. I can't, but fine. Because, fine. All right, 7502. Hi, Dan. Yes, sir.
So I came in on Monday for a case that we reset to next Thursday, and we all agreed on it, and somehow it showed up back on docket today by mistake. I don't know how.
Don't worry about it. Just ask them and then.
They told me to approach it. Thanks, Judge.
For sure. Herman. Hey, dude.
I have Mr. Anges Juarez. He's gonna do a PTI in your court with the dismissal of his felony, Judge.
Okay. Is he, I guess he needs a mitigation packet,
No, he's already been approved.
even on above a 0.15?
It's been approved, yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and then once he goes in here, he'll dismiss the felony.
Okay, so we'll give you 30 days. He's got to be here at the next setting with the packet turned in, and then we'll send him for a TRAS.
No packet, TRAS are already set up for and everything. No packet needed.
When's your TRAS set?
December 18th.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you
And
want?
January 10th, felony pending, so if we can get it the same day.
Done.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, if he doesn't show up for the TRAS, we'll have issues though.
Oh,
So
yeah, absolutely.
should we-
He's a Spanish speaking cool guy. But not this one. You said, or-
Connor.
Hey, Judge. Coriel Dixon. Judge, this is a case where she's working on her GED. Now, she is, it's taking a long time because.
Coriel Dixon, come up.
And Judge, just really quick, I spoke with the prosecutor about an alternative BTI.
No, she's got to get her GED, dude.
She's working on it. She's doing the classes.
Let's see.
She sent me an email from one of
If
the.
anything, have you done for your GED?
And what I did for it,
What have you done?
I went to a class and then I tried to go yesterday. They canceled it and he also.
You went the day before court.
And I also went before.
Judge, she's been going. She's been going before even the last court date, and we
Prove it.
I can text you.
In this life, you are only as good as the proof that you don't have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. Spoken word means absolutely nothing.
Judge, the instructor, I got an email from him that she sent me saying that she's been going to the classes and that class was canceled on the 4th yesterday. But she did, attempt to go to the class. So she's been going, she did already take a test, and this is the one where she did fail the first test. So she's been working on it. It's not enough.
I mean, here we are. How many resets have we had? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 resets since May. You're now in December. You have had 5 to 6 months. Show me the money. Otherwise, It's not going to go well for you today, Ms. Dixon. Show me. 5 to 6 months.
And Judge, this was a case where she was paying for the classes and then she had to then enroll into the free program, which she's been doing for the last little bit.
Are you playing Candy Crush? What's going on over there?
Now I'm trying to text him.
Texting who?
The instructor, like what I'm supposed to show you. Cause I don't have no proof, like I don't have nothing.
Tell me what have you done?
I went to the class,
Okay. Which class did you go
the
to?
GED resource.
Okay. And what, because the way I understand it, there are different modules that you do. You do science, you do language arts, you do math, you do, and whatever else it may be. You go through each section, you complete it, take a test, and then when you're done with everything, you take an overall test, and then you get a diploma.
That's not.
What have you done?
Basically explaining how everything's going to go, and I was going to finish everything else Wednesday when I was going to go, but the class was canceled.
Who is the provider that you have?
His name is.
Grab me a phone number, because I'd like to call them right now.
I have a number for you, Judge.
Go ahead and put this on.
Oh, yeah. Charles Jackson.
Mr. Jackson? Yes, my name is David Fleischer. I'm a judge here in Harris County. And I have someone that's with me in our court, and she's doing a program with you guys to try to get a GED. I'd like to confirm that's Coriel Dixon. So Wednesday and Thursday, and then did you say every other Saturday? Okay. And then, so how does it work as far as getting the diploma? Do you do different classes as far as science, math, and how do you at the end get it? Can I put you, I have her in front of me. Can I put you on speakerphone so that she can hear this as well? Do you mind? Okay, hold on. So I've got him. Okay,
Hello?
Mr. Jackson?
Order in the court, please.
Okay, tell me, how goes it?
So, yeah, it's kind of twofold. They take an assessment. Based on that assessment, allows me to know where the student is as far as their grade level in math and in reading. Based on that, they go on 2 tracks. And so one track is like adult education, where we're just literally working on kind of some elementary reading and math skills,
Okay.
or a GED track where they're ready for GED content. And so, yeah, and I usually just, go from there. I work with my GED students individually, and
How long does the process take? And how long can we expect it?
well, so that's honestly kind of a loaded question, depends on where they fall. I believe Coriel scored pretty well.
Great.
So yeah, and I've worked with people that have gotten the GED in 3 weeks. I've worked with people that got the GED in 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I can't do 3 years. That's too much.
Well,
I know, I'm kidding.
understand that. No, I understand that.
She's been faithfully attending though? Yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And with some consistency, 3 to 4 months, maybe less.
That sounds great.
That's just me ballparking.
I'd like to stick with it because I think at the end of the game, our goal here is that she ends with that diploma. And I think that would be a win for everybody. I'm calling you. I want to make sure that everything's going well, that she's attending, faithfully attending and doing well. And it sounds like you're saying that this is what's been happening.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to continue everything. Just continue to go, Miss Dixon. I mean, you got like what he's saying. If you continue at it 2 to 3 months, you'll end up with your diploma. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson. I really appreciate your help. You've been great.
No problem, Judge. You take
Okay.
care.
You too. Thank you, sir. Bye. Great. Good job. Just keep at it. Okay. So let's set it 30 days. I want to ride this through. You're so close to being through. All you got to do is see it to the end, and then everything great will happen for you here as well. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. Yes, ma'am.
I have 2 to talk to you about real quick. The first one is Lynch. She's the one that had the issues getting her device.
She got it.
She's got it. She was just on the docket today, and I just wanted
I
to,
asked because we reached out to you because I know that you were in trial.
well, we didn't go to trial, but I was sick, so
Oh, you didn't go to trial?
so there were 2 left on the docket on Tuesday, and Tyler had a case that was older. So Tyler went on Tuesday, and we're going today.
But you're going today?
We're going today.
Okay. I was just normal setting?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
And then I also have Mr. Hunter on for today. You wanted him to go drug test. He's over there testing now, and then when he comes, if you'll just get him a date.
For sure. Same, like next Monday. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Maybe it's you.
for sure. Yes, ma'am. Thanks. And then should something happen, I'll get a hold of you. But good, okay.
Hey, Judge. I have Cecilia Jackson on docket. And she was wanting to see if she can drive to Alabama for bond conditions from the 15th to the 21st.
What do we have her on now?
As far as
conditions,
there's nothing there. She's one of them that has.
We don't normally put travel restrictions on a person, so she's free to go. Just let her know that she could be called at any time, so just be careful, and just to stay out of trouble. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thanks. Of course. Thanks. Hi. Yes, ma'am. Hey.
I have Kevin Wooten on docket, Wooten.
Okay.
Looking for a trial setting on this one.
A trial setting on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He's on bond?
He's on bond.
Whatever you want, Jillian. I mean,
Okay.
we're not doing stuff till next year.
Okay.
And I think that we have a ton already on, how old is the case? It's about, 6 months? There's nothing to work out. No people, no. You want to go into February?
Okay.
Because I think that we're now getting into February, beginning of that.
Yeah, that's
right.
fine.
Okay. Thanks. Hey, how are you?
Have you for a second?
So no more at the old place? You're gone?
Not yet. I still have some stuff to wrap up, but I did let them know.
Okay. Are you on your own or what? Well, hold on, I'm live streaming. I don't know if are you okay with this? I haven't heard anything. Okay, so okay. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to help in any way you need, you know? Okay. Yeah, yeah. So whatever you need, we're happy to, you know, absolutely, of course, you know, a long, rich history. So,
Oh,
hey,
I came by mine by birth, but you know, yours is.
I only
yours is
married
awful
into
cute.
semantics.
But, how are you?
Hi,
Nice to see
what's
you.
up?
I have Mr. Alberto Cordova on the docket, Your Honor, to DWI second.
Okay.
There's no FSTs, there's some, I think we'll agree, there's some issues with the warrants. And they're willing, am I right, to offer? That's why I'm
sorry.
here.
Yeah.
So-
Sorry. It's not just you.
No,
It's
I know,
me.
but
I'm
that's why I'm
everything,
here.
just, yeah. Sorry.
No, there's under no circumstance.
No,
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's fair enough. Okay, so we're gonna ask for another reset if the court would be so
Yes,
inclined.
of
Okay,
course.
Thank you, thank you.
Your case is 160. By the
Understood.
next time, it's going to be old. So just be ready and.
She's gonna look into.
No, and I'll tell you what normally they will go on a first to, you know, go on a first so that, you know, bypasses the mandatory, 3 to 5. So for what it's worth.
You would allow to go on it first, but just not a time served. Is that what you're
Correct.
saying?
Like on a, no.
Tell me
Like a
again.
probation.
Oh.
At a probation, because what they normally do is they'll reduce from a second to a first. If, you know, a lot of
So the court would
times.
be inclined to take a probation if it was reduced to a first. Is that what
Look,
you're?
I'm okay with that. I've always been, you know,
Well, I would like to just further investigate. She's kindly gonna go and make sure there's nothing further on that warrant, because there is, it's strange.
that's whatever you guys,
Okay,
but
just
be
return.
ready because now it's at a 160. By the next time it'll be 190.
Right,
So-
no delay, just let's get it all in if that's okay, and then we'll rock and
Yeah,
roll.
for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
And defense and I agreed to just a brief eval setting because it hasn't been evalved yet, the case, so.
A week? And I'll waive the appearance?
Yeah.
Okay.
A week is good, Judge. Thank
Yeah,
you. I just want to take a look at it before we set it for trial.
absolutely. Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, whatever you guys want, you know, I'm happy to.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes. Can
Come
we?
up, Mr. McDonald. Morning, sir.
Thank you for seeing the judge.
Of course.
Come before you. I don't really know what I'm doing.
I just know that I came before you and I was from out of state. You tried to help me and I was kind of telling you that it was gonna be dismissed anyway. I was here 9 days, they shipped me to Arkansas. For 30 minutes, it was all done, set to be dismissed on the 9th. However, the police that stopped me had my car towed and put a card in my property. And so my car was sitting there the whole time. And so I had to find my way back to Houston. Since I've been having Uber back and forth to try to, and I couldn't get my car. It was $540, now it's $1,400. They said, look, you got 4 days, sir, and we're gonna auction off your car. But then they said, if the judge you went before, if he gives you an order, we will release your car, zero balance. Again, Judge.
I can't give you an order to give you your car back. That would be me, in essence, ordering a company that does business to lose money to give you your car back because you don't want to pay to get the car back.
I don't want them to lose money. The thing is, my car was towed erroneously. I was at home. That's why I want to show you the police report. I was at home.
To file a complaint with the police, internal affairs. If you're telling me that something was done illegally, immorally, or whatnot, you need to file paperwork with that appropriate agency. But I cannot order a private company to return something to you. I don't have that kind of jurisdiction.
What do they mean if you get a judge's order and we release it?
Maybe a civil judge's order. I'm a criminal court judge. The only time I can ever order any kind of property return would be if it's confiscated by the state and they're holding it. So let's say you get arrested, you get pulled over, and you have a gun on you, right? They take your gun and they put it in the HPD property room, right? In that respect, under certain circumstances, I may be able to order them to return it because it's in the care, custody, and control of the state via HPD. Here, your car was towed by a private company and they're holding it, and it sucks. I get it that the bill has ballooned as much as it has. If you ever have a problem, you can always file a complaint with the bail bond, not the bail bond board, but there is a actual board for, there's a towing board too, isn't there?
I'm looking at it, yes.
It's a towing regulation.
There's
There's a request for a hearing, but I'm reading that it's gotta be before the 14th day after the vehicle was removed, is that you have to submit a tow request. The forms are all here. It's 50.
And maybe the fact that you're in custody may toll. I don't know, but I'm not versed on that kind of, and I'm number one, number two, I'm not allowed to even give legal advice, but I don't know. But I can't order them to give you your car back. You know, that would literally be me telling them, hey man, you know, just forget about all the money that you've made by holding the car, just give the man his property back. I can't do that. I don't have the jurisdiction. Maybe a civil court under certain circumstances may order it back, but you'd have to file a lawsuit. You'd have to file some kind of paperwork.
All right, well, I'm gonna pray for a miracle.
What I would do, perhaps, can you get on a payment plan with them and say, hey, look.
Try that. They zero tolerance. I mean, honestly,
And I have to understand, because imagine how many times they've probably gotten yanked, you know?
I wish.
But theoretically, even if I were to give you a court order now, my guess would they would hire a lawyer, file a motion to quash my order, saying that, hey, he doesn't have the proper jurisdiction to do this, right? And then they may come after you for attorney's fees. My
manager's like, hey man, if you go to the order, I'll release your car to you. He understood what happened. He said, man, just bring me something. I'll release it to you. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go try it.
And you know, a lot of times they say stuff just to get you out, you know, but I can't. I'm sorry. But like I said, perhaps if you talk with the owner, you may be able to negotiate something with them. If you talk with if you talk with someone who has no power to negotiate, you always, if you talk to the right person, if you talk to them at the right time, you may get what you want. So don't go to them at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because they've been working, they're tired, they've probably dealt with a lot of people. All they want to do is go home, but go there first thing in the morning, try to get to the owner and say, hey, look, here's my circumstance, here's the proof. Work with me. I want my car back and I don't know, what do you think? Anything else, Freya?
No, I'll help him out with the tow lot information, and I also have got a copy of HPD's agreement with private tow lots, so that maybe that can help him.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, you know, you never know, you know, it doesn't hurt to try. So just keep trying it.
Prayer for
Yeah, look.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Stephen.
I can reach out to the board. Yeah, come on. Did you really have his name?
What? You're kidding. Oh, no. What happened?
There was no doctor. Maybe with all the weather change.
But there's
Right, nothing has been prepared, it's been requested, it's just HC hasn't taken it.
now it has a bonus on it.
Oh, is this sincere?
Just today.
Sometimes our.
Okay.
And then our share. I can also call them. I call the family office or because they're really asking for something. Sometimes for. My reason is call the office for filing officers.
It finally started raining.
What's up?
Yeah. As soon as that rains.
Who's on PC video? Yeah, of course. We had pressure on the other one, see which one.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Judge, I got this Alejandro Kevin Martinez. We had reset him the other day. He's got 4 cases in here. He's on a.
Custody?
He's in custody, so he's on a felony. Deferred. So it's showing 12/5 on that day, but we got him today. So I assume if I just reset him, maybe Monday, Tuesday or something, they should.
Felony case is separate today too. Why?
Because he hadn't gone there. He was a no bond.
That's weird. What are you showing?
I mean, I don't know what, he's here today instead of having
You're
gone
saying
felon.
Kevin Martinez?
No, Alejandro.
Well, he's got 2 names. Yes. He's got an alias, I think.
No. We have a Kevin Martinez and an Alejandro Martinez.
Same person. Alejandro Kevin.
Alejandro is Kevin.
Alejandro is Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah. Alejandro Kevin Martinez. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
just
why.
see
Is it still pending? I guess his theft of firearm case is still pending at a felony.
Yeah, have they, what guidance, anything? Have they
So,
given an
so
offer?
he's not on probation on that, right?
No, it's just like, he just got picked up on it. It's been a 2B, I think. That's what I'm showing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't, there's no, yeah.
So the case is,
Morgan?
No, Judge, there hasn't been like anything done on this case.
I thought so he had the old cases in here.
And that case is from July of last year.
Right, that's why.
Understand why not?
I'm confused as well, so.
There's DWI evading theft, and then the failure ID out here.
Showing he
and then the
doesn't
theft
even
of
have a
firearms
lawyer
pending.
up there.
Because he was supposed to go today and he didn't go. He's here instead. So I was gonna roll him.
Oh, wait a second. He does have a lawyer. It is, oh, it's Jonas Hunter.
Yeah, but if he's scheduled 12/5 and I reset him to next week, is Felony gonna roll him to tomorrow and take him there? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. I could call Jonas, I guess, see what's going on.
I don't know why he was brought here instead of Felony.
Yeah. You want to set him for Friday?
Next Friday?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Or
It's
Friday.
been one of those weeks. I'm with you.
I guess set him for maybe mid next week.
Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, or let's see, and hopefully he hits felony between now and then. And then they can give us some kind of guidance of where they want to do. Are they going to put him on probation? Because it looks like he's not been on probation and he's young. I mean,
He's like his setting today in felony is for arraignment. So.
so he'll probably go there tomorrow. So why don't we set it for next week? See what's going on. And have you talked to him yet?
Yeah, I talked to him last time.
No, but have you talked to him today?
Not today, no.
So maybe he can give you some guidance as to what's going on. If not, let's set it for like,
I don't think he's even met with, I don't think he's met with his attorney. Because
the hired lawyer.
he didn't have a date. Oh, it's a hired attorney? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe his family.
He's a
Because last time, because we had rolled him from Tuesday, I believe, right? So that he could get up to felony, get his attorney, figure out what's going on. But then today was his felony court date as well, and
So set it for Wednesday. Let's go from there.
next Wednesday?
Then we'll hopefully between now and then something happens over there and then we'll see. We'll go from there.
Okay, and I got a new one, but I'll talk to you about that in a second. Thanks.
That's curious. Hey,
Okay, I don't think I've got anything on docket today.
That's
but
okay.
Sometimes it's just like homeroom, so I found my way. here.
homeroom.
I've got the updated addresses. I gave them to the state yesterday on that.
Bio?
case.
Okay.
May I give those to? I guess-
Yeah, sure. Of course. You're okay with everything? Do it.
And whatever documents.
Done. Go for it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then you'll need to waive the signature.
Yes.
So they can get it done.
Yes, and I'll make sure.
Hi, Joseph. What's new, man?
Judge, I'm going to be appearing tomorrow via Zoom on a client of mine who has got to come in on a bond violation, BVR, Kirkland Wyckoff. Just want you to know when I pop up on Zoom, it just shows Joseph. I can't rename it or anything. So that's going to be me. When I
You have my cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Text me when you come on so I know it's you. Will you, please? And then.
See you tomorrow.
You can have a seat.
Okay, yeah.
It's reduced from.
Come on up.
Not yet.
You want them in the middle?
Hey, shh. All right, good morning, Mr. Cordova. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. It's a class A misdemeanor. You're looking at up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Looks like they're going to reduce it to a first. You need to understand that it's still 2 on your record now. So after today, bless you. You ever get pulled over with the faintest smell of alcohol, dope, whatever it may be, What do you think's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Not with me. From now on, you've now graduated to felony court. 2 and 2 make 3. A third DWI, you're looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And I'm going to tell you that you don't have to be falling down piss-ass drunk where you urinated and puke everywhere. Just the faintest smell of alcohol. They're going to look your record. They're going to assume if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, they're going to just rather take you off the street. They're not going to try to be cool and let you go. What happens if you kill a family of 5? That officer's career down the toilet. So in an effort to make sure that doesn't happen, they're just going to take you off the street. And you thought now was bad. Wait till you get to felony court. All you have to do is don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. One button on a phone, $30 will take you wherever you want to go in this life. Don't matter where you want to go. How much money have you spent? I want you to know that you are now skirting, by doing this probation here, the mandatory 5 days in jail that you would normally be having to do. But I want you to understand that I'm going to hold you to this probation. Shh. And if you fail to do what you're supposed to do, I'm telling you now, I'm going to lock you up. And if I find that you have a problem with dope, you have a problem with alcohol, I can and will most probably put you in a rehab facility in the jail. Do you understand? No alcohol means no alcohol from any source, no matter how long, whether you're a month away from completing probation, whether you're 1 week. I can't tell you how many times people get back here because they say, oh man, I've got a month left on probation. I've got 2 weeks. They're not going to do anything. Boom, you get tested on the last week of probation. So get ready. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take this off. You understand? This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty and I'm going to sentence you to 180 days in jail. I will probate that for 12 months. As part of the probation for you to successfully complete it, you must do a repeat offender DWI education class. You must do 1 victim impact panel, a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill that. It could be intensive outpatient treatment. It could be supportive outpatient treatment. It may be something else. If they assess something further, you must complete it. No drugs, alcohol, random urinalysis, guardian interlock, no breath test refusal. If you were pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Cordova has a scram and he'd like to keep that because he has hired a driver. We know it's a first DWI. DPS, sometimes they may come back and do a hard suspension or 90-day, and we don't want any missteps. So he's okay with that if the court is.
Problem is, I've been paying it for you now. I can't pay for it anymore. You're going to be responsible for this thing on your own now. That thing right there is $500 a month that I've been eating, so you don't have to pay for it. So I don't know how your finances are, but an interlock is typically, what, $100 a month? I don't know, but that, it's at least double, if not more, than what an interlock costs.
Can you afford that?
That's fine. I can't pay for it. I don't, while he's on probation, I can't pay for things.
And that's just my concern. If he gets the breathalyzer, he's not driving, then it's going to be a violation because he's not driving.
We do portable devices.
We tried that, Judge. I don't trust those. I've had a lot of, I think he feels the same. There's been so many issues.
It's up to you. I'm happy, whatever you do, just make sure you maintain compliance. Don't stop charging it. Don't stop paying for it, because at that point, all we're gonna end up doing is issuing a warrant for your arrest. $100 donation to the Houston Food Bank and a 30 hours of community service. Give children. How many kids you got? I'd rather, instead of the community service, do a parenting class. I think
Right,
people
sure.
would be better served with doing a parenting class than just mindless
I think that's very.
dumbass work on the street. Forget about it. No, you're better served learning things in this life than to just do menial work. The idea is that you learn so that you don't come back and that you don't graduate to felony status, because then I'll tell you what, this is going to be hard on you. But when you end up with a felony on your record, it closes so many doors. It's unreal. You lose the right to vote. You want social services from the state. Forget about it. Not when you're a convicted felon. It just closes so many doors. So you need to do everything in your power to prevent that from happening. How do you plead to this? You said guilty? How do you plead? All right, I'll find you guilty. I'll send you to this agreement. One more thing is there are fines and fees that you're going to be required to pay. There's a supervisory fee that you're going to be required to pay for this DWI. It's a $6,000 fee. We will give you time to pay it. I give him 2 years.
We did discuss, he makes a good salary, but he's got 5 children. So I don't know if the court would consider waiving that or.
So what we typically do is we give him 2+ years to pay it, and it ends up being like $100 a month. Just don't stop paying it, What I'll do is I'll waive the court costs.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Okay, so that'll take off like $500, but
Right.
you'll have to pay the supervisory fee. It's a lot, but we'll give you time to pay it, and don't stop, because if you stop, we will issue a warrant and your butt's going to sit $100 for every 1 day for every $100 you owe. Hopefully this is enough to get your attention, because at the end of the day, you're walking out of here when you should be doing jail time.
Right.
So it's going to cost you a pretty penny, but hopefully that's enough to get your attention. You understand?
Sure.
Okay, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Sure. Yeah, I have to suspend the license.
No, and that's.
I'll do it for a year, and then, show me that you're good. I'll entertain an occupational later on if he's doing well and in compliance with the probation.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
6,000.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on Ricardo Vargas, Narcissus, Narces.
Is it under Vargas? Yes, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Page 24.
What would you like to do?
Thank you, Judge. We're asking to roll this till Monday. My client's getting his interlock literally right now in his appointment. The supervision order's already been submitted by the state, I believe. She just told me that a few seconds ago.
Can I sign it, or you want me to wait, Morgan, since he doesn't have the interlock yet? Yeah, I think that we're talking about Vargas. He's getting his interlock today, but you guys, did you submit a PTI order already?
I was supposed to
Hold it, right?
delete that and hold it till Monday.
Yeah, okay.
because we need
Then,
proof of that.
yeah, we'll do that. All right.
And that's all we plan to do. We'll have it ready, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Morning, Judge. I'm approaching on a bond violation for Mr. Lazo Morphine, Lazo. He's here in the transfer is here, Judge.
Okay. Lori, why are you still here? Just go. I'll call you if he shows. I mean, it's 11:45. What's the last name? Oh, I'll call you if he shows.
Morphine.
Why are you here?
Tengo corte hoy. I have court today.
No kidding.
De veras.
You don't say. ¿Por qué también estás aquí, señor Lazo?
Nomás porque tengo corte.
Just because I have
Corte.
court,
You have a bond violation.
una violación de su fianza.
They are telling me
Ellos me
that you are tampering with your Scram device.
mostraron el grillete.
Specifically, at
Específicamente,
1 in the morning on
una de la mañana,
October 15th.
el 15 de
Judge,
octubre.
with that,
Pues con
there's
eso
not very much
no hay
information
mucha
listed on that DVR. I
información.
looked further into it. The tamper lasted a duration of 25 hours and
Duró
51
25 horas y
minutes,
51
and alcohol was
minutos y
detected
alcohol fue
but could not
detectado,
be
pero no
confirmed
se pudo ser
on that
confirmado
tamper as well.
en ese caso de manipulación también.
What they're telling me is
Lo
that
que
you
ellos me están
tampered with the
diciendo es que
device for about 25 hours
5 horas.
and alcohol was
Y-
detected during that time.
Yo ni siquiera he movido el aparato y
Ah.
alcohol no he tomado nada.
I haven't even moved
No
the
drink
device and
No, they're
I
telling
didn't
me.
drink any alcohol. Eso no es lo que me está indicando.
Sí, pero yo no he tomado nada,
I
nada
haven't
que he
drank
tomado.
anything.
Nada.
Nothing.
Y esto ni,
They're telling me.
Eso
ni
no es
lo he
que me están
movido.
diciendo. I haven't
No lo he
moved it.
movido
I
nada.
haven't moved it or anything.
That's not what they're telling me.
Eso no es lo que ellos me están
Pues
indicando.
no sé cómo, pero si yo no lo
Well,
he
I don't know how I
movido.
haven't moved it.
Y ni he tomado
I
nada.
haven't
Nada.
drank or anything.
Nada.
I unfortunately don't know
Nuevamente,
how
no sé
you tamper
cómo
with the
fue
device, Mr. Lazo.
la manipulación.
But from what I understand,
Pero por lo que
I want you
entiendo,
to listen.
quiero que escuche.
You have somehow
De alguna
tampered
manera,
with the device. The
interferido
device is supposed to maintain a constant contact with your skin.
con su piel.
And the device
El aparato
lost contact with your skin for 25 hours.
Pues no.
Not only
I don't know why.
did it lose
No
contact, but during that duration,
De ese
they also
también
tested alcohol.
resultó en detectó alcohol.
No he tomado alcohol, no sé por qué
haven't
dice que
drank
alcohol, no he
alcohol.
tomado nada. Desde que él me dijo que no tomara, no he
Since you
tomado
told
nada.
me I haven't, since
No
you told me
tomo
not
nada.
to, I haven't drank anything. I don't know why.
You got?
¿Qué tiene usted?
Well, Judge,
Bueno, es
I mean, this is my client's word
la palabra de mi cliente
versus
en
technology.
contra de la tecnología.
Being that it's an imperfect world, I
Es un
would
mundo
request the
imperfecto
court
de pedir
admonish
que la
him
corte lo
and
amoneste
make sure he gets
y
the
que se
proper fix.
asegure de que entienda.
Sorry, Mr. Lazo. You tampered with the device for 25 hours. What am I supposed to do? Let you go?
¿Qué es lo que debería hacer? ¿Dejarlo ir?
No sé por qué, digo que siempre lo traigo igual, lo traigo donde
I don't
mismo.
know.
Y
I
y
have
anda la
it the
piel
same
ahí.
every time. That's my skin.
Sí.
Judge, this is a second
Pues este es
DWI,
un
close to
segundo
2
caso
car
de
accident. I think you should be on zero tolerance.
Yeah,
accidente. Pienso
I
que
agree.
debería ser otra
Taking you in.
sí.
I'm sorry.
Entrar, lo siento.
The bond is set now at,
Entonces la ponemos entonces ahora
it's at $100. I'll set it at 5,001.
a 5,001.
Mr. Lazo, I need you to understand that we mean business. You can't tamper with the device for 25 hours. And they detect alcohol and think that good things are going to happen.
Si no hace eso, buenas cosas hubieran sucedido.
No alcohol, nada, nunca. Y esto
Nothing,
siempre anda
no
igual.
alcohol, it's always the
No lo he
same.
movido.
The device tells me differently.
El aparato me está
It
informando.
goes with you.
Yo respeto.
I respect the things that you told me.
We'll talk.
Counsel, can you
Please. Who do we have here, Greg?
Mr. Zenon, Your Honor.
Visit PC, Your Honor. I have some questions.
Oh, you picked up a new case. I'm sorry, I'm just getting wind of this now. I didn't realize this. He just picked this up.
My client or the person?
Yeah, him. Picked up an interference 2 days ago.
That's what I'd like to revisit.
Yeah, of course. So you were on felony probation for a very serious case, evading arrest in a motor vehicle, which carries up to 10 years in prison. Now you've picked up a new case. Greg, I got to tell you that I don't know how much you know, but I have quite a bit of history with Mr. Zenon here. In fact, within the last 2.5 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now he's on his 10th case, specifically an unlawful carrying of a weapon, another unlawful carrying of a weapon, another unlawful carrying of a weapon, another unlawful carrying of a weapon, felony possession of marijuana, felony assault of a pregnant person. And I guess all that worked into a deal where he got on probation for an evading. And now we have.
Right, but all those cases were dismissed, correct, Your Honor? Okay.
Pursuant to the, I guess.
I understand.
That we literally had one after the other, like a rung on a step ladder. One after the other. So let's do probable cause.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. I just wanted to give you a heads up of how much history we have with Mr. Zenon, because it's a lot.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
Sure.
But be that as it may.
I'm not going to hold, I've never will hold anything against him. So let's go.
On December 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to the HEB located at 4955 State Highway 6 regarding a disturbance in progress. Officers received 4 calls, all from witnesses who stated the defendant was arguing with and assaulting a female. While en route to the location, officers observed the couple at the intersection about 0.1 miles away from the HEB where the original call was
Observe what?
located. They saw the couple at the intersection.
Okay, they saw. Okay.
Yes, Judge. The defendant was uncooperative with officers. The defendant advised he and the complainant were involved in a verbal altercation and stated he threatened her, saying he would slap her. When officers advised the defendant that he was in custody for an outstanding warrant, he got upset and began to yell. Officers located a clear plastic bag containing 3.6 grams of marijuana. The defendant refused to comply with officers' commands to sit down and would not place his legs and feet inside the vehicle. The defendant pushed back against the officer's hand with his chest when he attempted to help him into the vehicle, pushed his legs straight and applied force toward officer's hand in an attempt to stop him from placing his legs inside the vehicle, and then used the bottom of his foot against the bottom of the door frame to further resist. The defendant refused to speak with officers and would not cooperate with the investigation. All witnesses on scene heard the defendant threaten to hit CW, and another witness stated she observed the defendant push the complainant in the chest and face with 2 open hands. He does have an active felony warrant from the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
But he has an open ag assault somewhere else too?
In Fort Bend County, Judge.
My understanding is it's an
And it was
older
open
case.
warrant at that time?
Yes, Judge.
May I respond to all this, Your Honor?
Sure, please.
Where's the interference? Okay.
Well, they're putting him in a car and he's like going blank.
It's not interference with public duties. If they're sitting there saying they have a marijuana charge they could have done, is it a resisting? Maybe, but it's not an interference with the public duties. They said he didn't talk. He doesn't have to talk to them. And they're
I understand
and they're a 0.1 mile away from the location. For what?
Well, okay, I get that, but so we have what we have. We've got a disturbance at HEB. Cops go there.
Okay.
They start to talk to him, and I guess at that point says, "Hey, man, I'm going to slap her." So at that point, I mean, that's what we have.
Okay.
Right, Mr. Zenon. There's always 2 sides to the story. I get it. This is just probable cause. It doesn't mean that you're guilty of this offense. It's just probable cause. That, in and of itself, is it enough to continue an investigation? And it is, because it's a potential terroristic threat, right? So they have enough to go forward to investigate. They start investigating, and then they find that you have a felony open warrant. And then they find there was something else was there another warrant that you said?
It's the aggravated assault, but Judge, I also would like to point out that
But they end up putting him in the car. And at that point, he basically just goes plank like this for them being unable to effectuate an arrest.
And Judge,
I don't think that's an interference.
I don't. I mean, I think the intent of the law within itself is that if you're interfering with their investigation for something else. He did not interfere with anything.
Hold on, let's read the code. Let's read it, because, I mean, there's no better way. Let's read it.
Hold on.
I'll give you, All right. Let's pull up the code.
Intake could have taken some other things, but.
Well, certainly, they could have
Okay.
taken a whole myriad of, I mean, you're lucky they didn't charge you with assault of a peace officer. There's a whole host of other charges that they could have put on, you know?
But they didn't
Hit.
they took the one that I do not believe applies here.
Let's read the code. Let's see what the code says, because, you know, there's multiple ways that a charge can, you know, that you can charge someone with facts, right? There's multiple ways that can, it's 3815.
That's okay, don't worry.
You're right. It could have been like a resisting, you know, but. Okay, you ready? A person commits an offense if the person with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with, number one, a peace officer while the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law. Two, a person who is employed to provide emergency medical services, a firefighter. Number three, for an animal under supervision. Now, so I guess it's a person, it interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with, number one, a peace officer while the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law.
That is the vaguest thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, come on.
It is. I agree
Okay,
with
so
you.
that the cop can claim anything is interfering with public duties. I mean, constitutionally, that is the vaguest thing I've ever heard of.
Judge, that's the statute, that's the penal code.
You'll find no argument with me, right? It is pretty vague.
Yeah.
It is.
He's got bigger issues. I mean, they should have taken the other charges, my whole point. I mean.
But he's disrupting the officer while he's trying to discharge a duty, right? The officer's trying to arrest him and put him in the car, and he's not letting him do it.
I mean, that's assuming they even had the right to do that. I mean, he's 0.1
It's an
miles
open
away.
felony warrant.
They didn't even know about the warrant. They didn't know about the warrant till after. So, I mean, that comes after all of this.
They're saying, go ahead. I didn't even give you a chance to talk.
No, you're okay,
Please.
Judge. They were investigating the assault, Judge, is what or the threat that he admitted to making. So it was an active investigation, and then when they were detaining him, he was resisting arrest, is what it seems like. And that's why it was charged with interference with public servant.
And there were also 4 911 calls that were made about this couple arguing. I mean, that's what they were investigating.
And the witnesses all
They
described
put him,
the
I guess, did they put him under arrest at the time when he said that he was making that threat?
And with being
I mean,
0.1
did they
miles-
have the authority to arrest at that time? Right?
So I think it was during their investigation, the defendant admitted to threatening, that he would slap the Miss Clark.
And it's at that point they start to put him under arrest?
At that point, they ran him through the NCIC and they found that there was an active warrant, and then they informed him that he was in custody.
Okay, then that's a resisting from what they're using to say he's pushing back or
But
pushed him.
remember,
That's
I
a
mean,
resist,
it-
that's not
it
interference
could
with
be-
public duties.
But it could be that a set of facts can be multiple charges, right? So it could be resisting, but it could also theoretically be interfering with what he's trying to effectuate with, which is an arrest. It's a duty that he's performing. He's performing the duty of an arrest.
But again, it's vague. It's, if the officer didn't put in the report, he's not saying in the dim summary, you are under arrest.
Well, I mean, it's.
Okay, well, I mean, but so.
I mean,
this
we
is-
don't know. I mean.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, if he says he's under arrest, but I mean, damn, it's all but clear.
I mean, this is.
We also don't have the offense report yet.
I don't
Judge.
care. I mean, but I think that there's enough, he's under, he places him in custody, right? He's going to arrest him, starts putting him in the car, and dude goes plank.
I know, but I don't have the video.
I
I've
mean, I
shared the
think that-
videos with.
Remember,
You're right, I haven't had a chance.
guys, this is a very low burden. This is probable cause. This is not beyond a reasonable doubt, Beyond a reasonable doubt is a different standard. This is just to see if there's enough to go forward. And according to this, you're disrupting, allegedly, you're impeding, and you're otherwise interfering with him trying to arrest you and putting you in the car. A person can interfere with duties in multiple ways. It's not just one way. Like you go over there and someone else tries to stop an arrest from happening. I don't know. I think that there's enough.
Whisper to me because I want to know what you're about to say.
And if you want time, you guys can go back and talk.
Okay, well, I gotta say.
Required 3 times to search me.
Can I have a moment to look at the video here? He's telling me a whole separate fact pattern.
But I need to give them time to be able to look at it too. I mean, it's noon. Why don't we do this? Why don't we roll it to Monday and we can, I'll find it now. We can reapproach Monday morning or tomorrow even. And if you find,
I mean, because
if you find a completely set of different facts than to what they're saying on video, I'm all ears. I'm always all ears. I'm always willing to rehear probable cause at any time. I mean, it's not the be all end all. But for now, what they're telling me, if it in fact is the case, there's enough for probable cause to go forward. Is there enough beyond a reasonable doubt? I don't know. But be that as it may, okay, it looks like they didn't give him a PR bond on this.
Okay, so well, then we
The
address it.
bond right now is set at 2,500.
Okay,
Your bond upstairs is set at 5,000. Tell me about that Fort Bend case. Is it old? Is it new?
Let me check, Judge.
I think it's 2023.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, because looks like you got on probation in October of this year. When you're on probation, dude, on felony probation, you have a freaking halo over your head. You got to be as good as you can. You're facing a lot of time in prison. Have you been to prison before?
Sir. No, sir.
It's not a fun place, and I don't know what we need to do to get your attention, man. In life, if you're with a person that brings the worst out in you, then don't be with that person. There's a gajillion and one fish in the sea, but how can a person get you so wrapped around your finger to make you, just go. It's like a cancer. When you have cancer, if you don't cut it out, it kills you. This is killing you.
I can contact Fort Bend Judge and get more information.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. I'll do whatever you want to do. You want to set tomorrow, Monday, what in?
I'll watch it today and come back tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, surely. Do you have it?
We have the camera, the body cam.
I just shared.
Okay,
it.
so
They shared it. They just shared it with me.
let's roll it to tomorrow. You guys take a look at the video as well. Be prepared, and then we can reconvene tomorrow. For purposes of now, I'll find probable cause, and then we can regroup again tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Mrs. Zenon. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry, Judge.
For what? Don't apologize. Don't, you zealously advocate, do what you think is right. But there are multiple ways that I think that, you know. Yeah, could they have charged it as a resisting? Yes. Could they perhaps an assault of a PO? I don't know, but there's multiple ways, you know. I don't
The
know.
video, hopefully we'll get some of this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Tomorrow.
Okay. What is your last name, man? Useda, that's right. I remember you. Kavita was here. What happened with Miss Useda's case? Do you know?
She did the T-RAS and she was gonna set it to talk to her about what it was.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Do you know when the TRAS is set?
The person is thinking for a change in aggravation.
Okay. So I guess it's old, it's 200, so we'll give her a couple weeks. We can do like 2 weeks. And then we'll bring her back, and then at that time, she's gotta, you know, do something. Come on up, ma'am, we'll have you sign a receipt. So you saw that the TRAS is done?
Yes.
Yeah. Sir, what is your last name? Madison?
Camacho. Page,
I guess
5.
Sophia is supposed to come back because I told her she needs to approach on both of these.
Stephen, what did you say the last name was?
Camacho on page 5, top of 5.
Please, are you ready? Yeah, we're ready. Of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, zoom in. Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So I'll send it. Yeah, you're already.
Kavita zooming in then.
Oh, okay.
Yes, if we didn't have an agreement.
Kavita,
Yes, Judge.
can you turn the other ones down just for a minute?
I don't know how to turn them down, sorry. Yes.
What are we doing with Camacho?
On Mr. Camacho, he needs to just do a 2-hour anger management class and the state will dismiss it. But he's been having trouble with the computer. So we're just asking for 24 hours. He'll come to my office today and do the class from my office.
Okay, I'll set it for Monday. If he doesn't have it Monday, I'm rolling it day for day.
Okay, we'll get it done, Judge, and I'll send it to the state.
Okay, and then,
On Miss Useda, we have the TRAS back, and I spoke to Chief about it this morning. Can we move her to Monday also so I can talk to her about the conditions that she's gonna have to do on her probation?
okay, all right, done. Yeah.
Okay.
Show
Thank
up
you,
for
Judge.
that
I
caucus.
appreciate it.
Okay? You gotta show up.
Thank
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna get it to you. Hey, I need an address.
Can Can you send him up to the 13th floor? I'm in 496.
You're in the
If
four
he comes up to
ninety-six?
the 13th floor, oh, you know what? I think I left my purse in your courtroom, so I'll come back down.
You're
Give
gonna come
it to
back
him.
down?
I will, Judge.
Okay, all right. I'll have him wait here
Okay.
for you then.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, she's gonna come back down to give you the address, okay?
Just have a seat and wait for him to see it, should be good.
Okay. Booker never showed up, huh?
He did, but he left and I haven't seen him since.
He never did anything with this case?
He's gonna talk to me about it, Judge. I don't think he did come up to this.
Okay, on this Smith SFBF tomorrow. I'm gonna send them an email now saying that they gotta be here.
I know.
I'll see if that's something. I'll watch it. All right. Anyway, see you.
Judge, also,
Okay, Rona, what? Um, 2501.
Yes, ma'am. That's just so I have it.
Hey, Josh. Come on up.
I unfortunately have Mr. Jones in custody, and we were requesting a trial setting. What's the name? Daniel Jones.
Daniel Knight Jones. It's not old, huh?
Yeah.
It's not old.
It's not super old, Judge, but he was set for trial if we could.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you want it, you got
Out
it.
in March,
March,
but
yeah.
Say it again.
Felony's not set till March, like the end of March of next
What
year.
are they doing up there?
That's a great question, Judge.
Is there a global resolution or no?
Oh, it's set for a trial in March.
Really?
Yes.
right.
You want before or after? Well,
Let's see.
I mean, I'm kind of hard pressed to set it after, just let him sit there for 4 months, you know, or 3 months. We're beginning of February. We have so many trial settings on the 7th and then on the 28th that will probably first week of February, if you want it. It's yours. Ramona, you think that's okay? Trial setting for Jones?
For February 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And because he's in custody, it'll be pref set. So, okay. Done.
This is Mr. Marshall. It's gonna be a plea once I can get him to sign for
Got it.
job.
And I'm on that one as well.
Okay. Got it.
No problem.
Any more bond forfeitures, Ramona? Oh, no, I'm talking about me. And we need to do bond forfeitures, and that's the last of this, and that's the last thing. We're done.
On page 8.
God dog it, it's SFBF today too. I mean, 2501. Hey.
You already signed this, but they won't accept it because you signed it e-sign and they
Oh,
want to
come on.
circle e-sign, so I just printed.
Sorry.
something.
It's okay, the county itself is. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No, don't worry. We need these extra steps.
Right.
Here we go.
It's silly.
It is, but.
It is what it is, you know?
Exactly.
Anyone else? Oh, Shelby gets revoked. Thank you for reminding me. So 2501 or I'm sorry, 2502 on Shelby. And
Okay, perfect.
Just give him the.
Original or? And then they'll sign and bring it back to you.
Marshall.
Okay. Xavier Marshall.
Get your right thumb on the blue light.
All right, we're gonna stay in between the two attorneys.
Step all the way forward.
all right, so.
Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Marshall.
Xavier Marshall. From the theft and dismissing the criminal.
So you are charged with theft and you are charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine on each. Is there any restitution that's due on the mischief? Do you know? Zivion Marshall, right? The ag rob retaliation upstairs I see are still open. Any offers on those or no?
Regarding the restitution, Your Honor, we sent contact letters, but haven't received a response yet.
Got it. Okay. If they don't want it, then they don't want it. So you're charged with both of these cases. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you, how much time is that?
61 days, Judge.
With how much credit?
61.
61 days in jail credit for the 61 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You also need to understand that the theft case, that's an enhanceable offense, meaning that if you pick up more than one, they can use it against you to file a felony on you. A third theft, you're looking at felony time, years instead of days. So you got to be careful. Anytime you pick these cases up, all they're going to do is they're going to be pounding you with more time and more time.
So
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, we're done today, you're done forever.
So
Go focus on upstairs. When you get out, at some point, you're going to be nice. It's not hard, man. Life's hard enough being a Black man in today's society. You're going to make it all the more difficult with all this nonsense? You ever need help, come back. We'll help you with whatever you need. All you got to do is come back and ask, and we're here for you. All right?
Sure.
Good luck. All right. Thank you, Judge. All right.
I guess. Yeah, but then. Yeah, people like that. Sorry, this was something. But then I'm like, I mean, like, quarters. Were you using your agree to it's on Twitter? No. Judge, on, Sierra's in custody, that's, Chisholm's case,
Who?
here,
Okay.
Chisholm didn't show up. Email.
What are we supposed to do today?
The T-Rex recommended SAT.
Okay, so, I mean, well, I'd like him to talk to her first. I really don't want to roll it, but that really sucks. I guess let's hold it open for maybe 30 minutes. Hopefully she comes or, you know, if not, then I guess we got to roll it to tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm doing it now, Stephen.
no problem. Enjoy it.
I'm doing the bail orders now.
Dollars now on it, so.
Both of them, yeah. Both of them at 5,001.
Oh, and then there's this one, this is the one. Okay, so just. Yeah, I would ask the. If not, if you get 2 orders. of like-
Anyone else? Ramona, are we done? Mr. Johnson, what's up?
Judge, I've got Alex Osegura. He's not on the docket, but he is requesting to travel for a family Christmas in Iowa.
Okay.
He does have randoms, though, Judge.
Well, he's gonna have to, how long does he want to go?
21st to the 31st, John.
Okay, that's fine. Does he have any devices now?
I don't believe he does.
So tell him to get ready. He's going to be tested. We have tests that go back 2 weeks. He's going to be tested upon his return. If he tests positive, then he knows what's going to happen. I'm okay with him traveling, just.
22nd to test. Excuse me,
Just going to call him.
Okay, all right.
Just going to call him, but I'm okay with him traveling, but he can't use. He does. I don't care where he is. Yeah, okay, for sure.
So just test when he gets back?
Sure. Yep.
Would you be willing to waive the signature on that?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, guys. So don't lock the door because we may have another lawyer coming in for Gutierrez and back, please, at least until 1 o'clock.
But I can't do anything if you're sending away the.
The only thing that we're doing is we're re-signing conditions to put him back into safe P. So there's nothing that we need to do. There's nothing, DAs don't need to do anything. Me, I don't need to do anything other than sign the document, which I can do, right? But he knows what's going to happen. He's going back to safe P. Chisholm knows that, but she needs to,